Welcome back to Temeron's Tactics. This is AI War Fleet Command Gameplay Tutorial Part 23. We've decided that our priority one system is Pelea, so that's what we're going to do in this video is capture the system of Pelea. First thing, we'll need to rally all of our ships. Let's go to our homeworld and just grab all the ships here. There's some bombers and all our paralyzers are there. We'll head them to Ralplu, where our fleet is currently located. I'll also grab all the ships from Profanity. A lot of fighters and missile frigates here and quite a few bombers as well, and we'll send them to Ralplu. I'll unpause. Now, while they're on the way, let's take a look at Pelea. Pelea has a number of objectives that we need to consider when we're formulating our attack plan here. All right, and first of all, there's a ion cannon Mark III, which will instant kill any Mark III or ship less that it hits, and it has a full range of fire. Okay, so if we were to come in here and try to hack this design server back here and do a bunch of things, then we would need to be hammered by that ion cannon the entire time or destroy it. If we destroy it, then we wouldn't capture it for ourselves, and that's a great defense, okay? If you have an opportunity to capture an ion cannon, you should really consider it. And there's no force field over the orbital command station, so we could just send our ships in here and quickly and easily destroy it and put our own base down and capture it. So that would probably be a good option. Okay. There's also a design backup server here. In the bottom left on the info card for this building, it shows that it is storing the auto bomb schematic. Okay. So we could either hack this to prevent the computer from building auto bombs, or we could hack it to get our own auto bombs, or we could just ignore it and let it be destroyed when their base is destroyed. All right. The auto bomb is a kamikaze, like a suicide bomber ship. It just flies at your ships and crashes into them and blows up. Okay. Given the fact that we have those rail pods and we have the paralyzers to take care of ships that get close to us, and we also have a couple of translocators to push ships away from us, I'm not really concerned about the AI's use of the Autobomb against us, so I don't really think that hacking it and corrupting it would be a good idea. Likewise, I don't really think the Autobomb really meshes well with our current fleet loadout. We're designed to push ships away and destroy them at a distance. The Autobomb is going to try to crash into them, and it's not really going to have much of an opportunity because they'll be far away, and we don't want the Autobombs flying out by themselves really far away from our fleet. So I'm inclined to just conserve our hacking points instead of spending, 45 or 75 to corrupt or download it. We only have 76. We're going to want that hacking to sabotage their homeworld later, okay? So I don't really want to worry about that design backup server. We'll just destroy it, I think. We also have a captive human settlement over here. That is underneath a force field generator. The captive human settlement would provide a 81 metal per second income to us, which would be very nice, all right? And if it's destroyed, it brings the AI progress up by 15, which is absolutely to be avoided. So we want to make sure that that is not destroyed. If we were to come into this system, destroy the base, and plant our own colony ship here very quickly, then all of these ships here and this MLRS turret right next to it would turn and destroy that captive human settlement. And we definitely do not want that to happen. So that's another objective here, is to ensure the safety of that. In the bottom left of this system are two fabricators. And once we come in here and build our own base, that's where we will want to put our base. So we can put a force field over this and the base all at once and defend this location. All right. So we need to put a force field generator and a tachyon sentinel here so that we can prevent that cloaked ship bombing thing that happened once earlier. Okay, so let's make all those plans happen. I'm going to hit tab and unpause, and we'll just wait for these 200 and some ships to get to Ralplu so that we can rally all of those ships and get them into Pelea. Okay, so let's figure out how we want to break these up. If we go to Pelea, objective 1 is to capture this ion cannon. Okay, it's next to an unshielded needler guard post. It has medium hull, so that means fighters are good against it, and it does not have attack multiplier against the fighter's hull. So let's grab all of our fighters over here in Ralplu. We have 384, so that's going to require 2 of our assault transports. So let's grab 2 transports, these 2 right here. I'm going to put them as group 1, control 1 to assign them. There they are. And then I'm going to ask my fighters to get into those ships. Okay, now we're going to need to, I'll pause it. Now we need to figure out how to take care of this captive human settlement down here. It's underneath the force field, so it's going to require bombers, and again, this is not a turret that's going to do bonus against bombers. So let's just bring our bombers and our tanks right here and drop them all right next to here, and they can just group attack this and hammer down that turret. All right. So we're going to go back to Ralplu. We have 108 bombers because we reclaimed a couple of higher tier bombers, and then we also have these tanks, 96 of those. That's 204 ships. Let's go ahead and grab. Let's see. Missile frigates have artillery hull. Let's glance in here at this turret. Does it have a bonus against artillery hull? It does not. So let's also send our missile frigates right next to that shield so they can also help. So we're going to grab the bombers, the tanks, and all 384 of the missile frigates. That's enough for 3 more of these assault transports. So I'm going to grab 3 assault transports. 1, 2, 3. We'll move them right here. And that's going to be group number 2, Control 2, to assign them. So what's left? We've got a bunch of rail pods. We've got the paralyzers, the raiders, the teleport raiders, some microparasites, and our couple of flagships. Okay, so the rest of those ships, along with all of these support ships, let's look back at Pelea. We've got Group 1 going to take out the ion cannon. We've got Group 2 taking this out. Now we need the group that's going to come in and take out the orbital command station, and we also want to send our support group down to the Needler turret. So now that we're ready to go, let's grab all of the transports, and I'm going to send them through the Pelea gate, control right click, and then I'll control left click to send my camera through. I'll unpause it, and as soon as those ships appear, I'm going to repause it, and we're going to issue them their commands. Should be 8 transports. There they are. Okay. Now, Group 1, which is the fighters, is going to go over here and engage that Needler turret. So I'm going to send them right there. Right-click. Press 1 to recall Group 1 and then right-click. Group 2 is going to handle this MLRS guard post and this force field. So I'm going to press 2 and then right-click right there. Group 3 is the support ships, and they're going to hang out right by these fabricators right down here, the fabricator and the controller. So I'm going to press 3 and right-click right there. And then Group 4 is the remainder of our fleet that we were going to send to the orbital command station. So I'm going to press 4 and right-click right there. I'll unpause. Okay, I'm going to press 1 and click unload, then I'll press 2 and click unload. Looks like 4 is ready to go. I'll click 4, then unload, and then as soon as these arrive, I'll press 3, unload. Now I'm going to pause it now that all the ships are unloaded, and I'm going to grab just the transports, and I'm going to move all of them to the edge of the system out here, so they're just out of the way. All right? Let's go ahead and zoom in right here. I'm going to grab these fighters. I'll hold down Alt and click those transports to remove them from the group, just to select the fighters there, and we can see that they've already destroyed that turret. It just took a fraction of a second for them to take it out. All right, we've got a bunch of ships coming in up here, but we don't necessarily want them to engage. We just want these fighters to retreat to the rest of the group. So I'm going to do just a right-click move order and ask them to move right there. Okay. Now, Group 2 down here, I'm going to grab a box around these guys, and I'm going to Alt-click those transports to remove them from the group. That's all our bombers, tanks, and missile frigates. And I'm going to ask them specifically to attack this MLRS guard post. Okay, they're just going to focus on bombarding that shield and taking out that MLRS guard post. Once that's destroyed, then we can build our own base here because the captive human settlement will be safe then. Okay. We also need to go over here. Let's just have this group just do... well, they're fine, actually. We don't really need to issue any orders to them. They're already just sort of neutralizing the foes around the base. We don't want to destroy the base yet. And these ships down here are also pretty autonomous at this point. They're ready to go. So let's unpause. We're going to be hammered by ion cannons throughout the entire time that we're here, which is right here. So let's go down and blast our ships. We need to grab our space docks, make sure they're all in repeat mode. There we go, and put that rail pod back in the queue there. And that's going to make sure all 5 of those space docks are punching out the rail pod as fast as they can. Remember, we built 2 more, so the ones that we added were not in repeat mode and didn't have them in the queue. Now we can see they're all selected. Okay. Let's look down here and see how this is going. Just take them a few more moments. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to press B to build something. Where's our mobile builder? it would appear our mobile builders were destroyed. So let's go ahead and just rebuild a couple more. I'm going to go back to Route Blue, hit B to build something, and we're going to do construction. The mobile builder is right here. I'm going to grab 2 mobile builders, hold down Shift, and then just drop one, and I'm going to ask them to go through to Palea as soon as they're done. It'll just take a few moments to build this. That's fine. As soon as I see them appear in the list over here, I'm going to repause it. That should be curtains for that turret. There it goes. Okay. There's the mobile builders. Okay. As soon as those appear, I'm going to select them. That'll allow me to build something. I'm going to drop support. I'm going to put our last force field generator right between these two, this fabricator and this controller. And I'm also going to grab a turret and put the the non-cloaked tachyon beam emitter right there as well. Then we're going to grab our engineers and ask them all to work on that force field generator. We don't want to drop a colony ship. We don't want to drop economic command station here until that force field is up. We can put the colony ship down though. I'll hit B, construction, colony ship, and I'll put that right here as well. And then that'll just appear underneath the force field after it's built. We'll unpause. Aside from the ion cannon, everything seems to be pretty safe at this point. We're just waiting for that force field generator to go up, and as soon as it's done, we're going to destroy the enemy base and build our own. There it is. I'll pause it. Make sure the captive human settlement is safe, and it is. We need to go look at the enemy base, which is right here, and I'll just grab all of these ships in the middle here and just ask them all to destroy that right now. That's going to bring our AI progress up by 15. There it is. As soon as that's done, I'm going to grab this command ship, which is not quite done yet. There we go. And then we're going to build an economic orbital command station right underneath this force field. Let's have our engineers specifically work on that, because we want it done quickly so we can capture the ion cannon. Just take them a few moments to build it. And as soon as it's done, this is going to change color, and we're going to capture it. Now, there was also an advanced research station here, so we did capture the shredder schematic as well. So now we can also build those. They just sort of cut up enemy ships and then make more of themselves with the scrap that they cut off, basically, is what that is. Okay. So that was a successful multi-pronged attack on Palea. We captured the Ion Cannon Mark III. We captured the human settlement down here. We were hammered by the Ion Cannon, but other than that, we didn't really lose that many ships. We still have 1,432, so we only have 100 ships that were rebuilt back here at Vazi. And that's mostly our paralyzers. So excellent attack, very, very good success for us there. Again, you're watching Temeron's Tactics. My name is Temeron. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the continuation of this gameplay tutorial series.